Hello, I'm Elizabeth Losey of elizabethlosey.com and Embrace Your Magic. And I'm here today to tell you a little bit more about how to partner with your Lady of Avalon and Sapphire card. So here it is. I printed it out really big. You can do that too if you want, and set it on your altar. The thing I want you most to retain about Lady of Avalon and Sapphire is that she's here to remind you to personify the goddess, right? So you're embodying all the wisdom, all the love, all the connection, unconditionality of the goddess, all the gifts, all the prosperity, all the groundedness, all the flow, everything. So that's the first thing I want you to remember about Lady of Avalon and Sapphire. The next thing to remember is that, she's carrying a sword, right? This sword of truth, sword of alignment, sword of integrity. The Lady of Avalon, her purpose as the high priestess of the island of Avalon and the sort of the priestess colony of Avalon was to hold together all of the Celtic lands. The Celtic lands had kings, but she was the one who kind of ruled over the kings and was there to say, look, you're out of alignment here. That's not how this is supposed to be. You made a promise, now you stick to it. So that's that alignment piece of the Lady of Avalon. So she is infinitely wise. She's also walking around as a human. And she carries and is offering to you this enormous blue sapphire. And the sapphire is a stone of equanimity. It really awakens your third eye, which is, of course, the part of you which is both your intellect and your intuition. So Lady of Avalon has you be smart and wise at the same time. Sapphire is, as I said, a stone of equanimity. What is equanimity? Equanimity is a kind of peace and sang-froid, unshakability. Just like no one can tip you over from your position in consciousness with their bullying or whatever. You know who you are, you know what you stand for truth, you stand for justice, you stand for all the values of the goddess, including love and truth and partnership and connection with nature. And so you're not going to be railroaded. You're calm. You are standing firmly on your feet. No one's going to knock you over because you are in a place of infinite wisdom. So one of the key features of the Lady of Avalon card is your ability to discern what's true, what's not true. And I'll just teach you really quickly right here some resources that I have been given by my guides that are great for getting you into an intuitive place. One is what I call breathing in the stars. This one came to me back in 2011, 2012. So it's been around for a while. And I won't take you all the way through it. This is a demo, but just to save time on the video, I want you to close your eyes. You can do this sitting, standing, lying down. I like to do it standing up. And so I'll close my eyes and envision standing maybe on an outcrop of rock or out far away from a city. There's no light pollution. There are no clouds in the sky. And so you just have layer upon layer of stars, and what Carl Sagan would have called billions and billions of stars. And so with your inner eye, your human eyes closed, but with your inner eye, you look at all those stars and you take a deep breath in. And on that in breath, you see with your inner eye about 15 million stars entering your lungs along with the oxygen that you're breathing in. And on the out breath, you watch those stars being distributed to every cell in your body, again, along with the oxygen that you brought in. Breathe in more stars. And on the out breath, really watch them being distributed throughout your whole body. After several breaths like that, I want you to breathe in normally, breathing in the 15 million stars. And while you're breathing in, notice if there's any spot in your body which feels tension, pain, or density, like, oh, there aren't enough stars there. And then on the out breath, just focus on that spot. For example, if it was my shoulder, I would just focus my attention on my shoulder. And on the out breath, when I was watching the stars go, just my attention on my shoulder would take the stars there. If you're sitting down, you might have more density where your body meets the chair or the couch or the bed or wherever you are. Breathe in more stars. And I'll do this for until, as in Elizabeth Gilbert's Eat, Pray, Love, her Balinese meditation teacher said that you should meditate until your liver is smiling. So it doesn't take too long for your liver to be smiling. And then an upgrade of the breathing in the stars, which you don't have to do all the time. This is really when you absolutely need to get a very quick, very solid, very intuitive answer, because maybe your brain is a little scrambled or you're like this or that, this or that. And so you need discernment immediately. So visualize. I usually do this on the back end of breathing in the stars exercise that we just completed. So visualize a star sapphire or just a plain blue sapphire at your third eye. And do not take a deep breath in, please, but take a tiny sip of this same starlight that you've just been breathing into your lungs. Breathe it in to the light sensitive parts of your brain through that sapphire at your third eye. Just a little sip of light. And feel it lighting up your pineal gland and your pituitary gland. Whew. If you take a deep breath in, you're going to scramble your brain, which is maybe what you need. But I'm just having you do it little by little so that you don't overwhelm yourself. I'm not someone who has ever done hard drugs at all, but I imagine that a really deep breath in of starlight through my third eye feels like what snorting cocaine feels like, because it's just like, oh, my brain is like, wow, totally lit up. So little sips of starlight coming in, lighting you up until you really feel like you are totally emanating light in all directions. So that's another way to use the Lady of Avalon and Sapphire card. A final way, and I think it's really important, I have a couple words on here: ritualizing daily life. Imagine yourself in every space you walk into, bringing that equanimity of the Lady of Avalon and even the goddess into that space, making every space you occupy sacred, at least while you're there and a little time after you leave. You are bringing that equanimity into a space. You are making that space sacred when you're there, and you carry that signature in your heart and your auric field. The other thing is turning the wheel of the age. And turning the wheel of the age to me means at this moment in our human history, when nature is looking to be kind of catastrophic sometimes, with hurricanes and tornadoes and wildfires and landslides and tidal waves that are really, wrecking a lot of human construction. This is the ending of the age of patriarchy, possibly the age of capitalism as well. And so turning the wheel of the age means that you are an agent of transformation. You are holding the energy of the ancient future. And I say ancient future because it is the next thing, but it also carries the energy of what the previous paradigms were before the patriarchal paradigm. These paradigms were prehistorical, so we don't really have many records except artistic ones about what that was. It was before language was written down, before the alphabet. So if you are resonating with this card, you can know that you're an agent of change. And I'm so glad you're here, that we can link arms and work together. If you know you have things to do to turn the wheel of the age, I hope that you will click that button to say, let's get on the phone, or actually a Zoom call for 30 minutes and see what's possible for you. See if we're a good match. If you'd like to step into something greater and I am the person to help you, it would be my honor to do so. Thank you very much. Again, I hope that you really are loving your Lady of Avalon and Sapphire card, and that you are feeling all the power of the goddess as you step into this new empowered place of being. Thank you again. I'm Elizabeth Lacey. I'll see you next time.